Avengers!
Assemble!
Flame on.
Don't assemble, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. That is the cue for this episode because we're talking about Captain America.
Brave New World!
Captain Falcon.
Falcon? Cap
Falcon?
Okay. Or America Falcon. Falcon America.
Black in
Falcon-
America? No.
You went too far.
Okay.
The Falcon of America.
Right. Captain Falcon.
It would have been better like if he was like a bald eagle of America.
Yeah, why is he a
why
bald
is he
eagle?
a-
Why is he a Falcon?
Because if you use a bald eagle, DC will sue because of eagly.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
With Peacemaker.
Right.
Okay.
I'm the Geeky Dad, and this is...
Ryan.
Ariana.
And Raiden.
And we're the Multiverse Kids.
And who else?
And they cut me off. I am the famous geeky mom and geeky wife.
Yes, and we're the Geeky Family, and this is the Geeky Dad podcast. Should we change it to Geeky Family podcast?
No, I think geeky dad is fine.
Okay.
Even though it's not
the
all
original.
about you.
Yes, well, we're talking about Captain America 4.
The Brave New World.
The Brave...
For this Captain America, it's Captain
Why
America
was it brave?
1.
I don't know. I thought it would be like a Red New World.
They should have called it Red Dawn.
Or
Isn't
just
that a
Cap-
movie already?
Yes.
Or they could just call it Captain America.
By the way, this is show gonna be spoiler filled.
Yeah.
alert!
They should have just
Spoiler
called this...
alert!
They should have just called this...
Falcon versus Red
the Hulk Part 2 without Hulk.
Or Falcon versus Red Hulk.
Yeah, well, you
Wait.
see,
Notice how they had Red Hulk in here.
Yeah.
A Hulk bad guy. And the leader.
Right.
A Hulk bad guy.
and
And moments from the Hulk movie.
Right.
With no Hulk.
right.
Yes.
And Thunderbolt Ross is a Hulk character. And Betty Ross is the Hulk's girlfriend.
X.
Okay? So you have basically all the storylines of Hulk
But no
without
Hulk.
Hulk. Because
Instead,
they,
they put in Captain America.
because they can't...
Afford Bruce Banner.
No, I think Marvel doesn't officially own the Hulk.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why they haven't done a movie with the Hulk in it, like, as a star.
What do you mean Marvel doesn't own Hulk? Like how is Hulk
Universal
part of-
owns Hulk.
It's like how
But
like
he's part of Marvel Universe.
They're lending him out.
Oh.
they don't
Okay.
fully own Spidey, but
That's why they don't
but
fully
they're
own
allowed to
Spidey.
have Spidey in the movie.
No, I knew about the Spider-Man one, but I thought like, since Hulk is part of Avenger, he would be like also owned by Marvel Universe. So, but apparently not.
Yeah. That's the problem with Marvel at the time. Now,
First
regardless, they still could have got the Hulk in the movie. They didn't have to call the movie Hulk, okay?
They could have just added like a cameo.
No.
They could have added a cameo. Why not?
Well, then they have to
Or
pay the guy.
Mr. Egg.
You know what it should have been? It should have been Hulk and Red Hulk fighting, right? And then Hulk gets defeated.
And Falcon.
And Falcon is the one that comes saves the day.
That would have been better.
And you know how he would have done that? If he flew Betty to the same spot. Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that made more sense? I kept thinking like, okay,
They're gonna.
he's gonna bring Betty. He's gonna bring Betty.
That's what I thought. Like
Because
like
he was at the cherry blossom.
blossom.
They kept
Like,
talking about it.
Yes. It was kind of like a haphazard kind of thing. Like, what
Oh
was
my
the point of
gosh.
that?
Also,
Yeah.
if they don't have Hulk, at least bring in a different Hulk
Why?
that's not evil.
Like who? Amadeus Chow?
Yes.
Great.
No.
Anyhow, bringing back to it, like, what was like? How could, if the daughter is not there, how could like couple of beat up, like smash in the head, and all of a sudden by Cherry Blossom he's like, oh, Hulk, I know you don't want, not Hulk, like, oh, Mr. President, I know you don't want to do that, and then all of a sudden he changes. Like moments before that, he was like beating up Falcon to the pulp.
You know they should have had Rick Jones.
Maybe She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Could have.
Where was She-Hulk?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
Marvel owns her.
They should have had She-Hulk dating Falcon or something. I don't know.
Nah. Yeah, but where was she? Yes, that's another good point. Like,
Also,
I felt
was
like
it
at
a
least they had
president?
her.
Basically, what they did was they had a lot of loose plot holes from different movies, like Eternals. Everybody keeps talking about what happened to the Celestial Hand. They finally brought that up. They keep asking about X-Men, so they brought in Adamantium, right?
Yeah.
They keep talking about the leader who they introduced in the Hulk movie and never showed up again. Okay? They should have brought Abomination.
Yeah.
The problem with this, like,
And the leader, by the way, he's a main bad guy. He's like, you got main bad guys like Thanos and Doctor Doom and the leader and Magneto. Leader is like pretty big. He has like, controls a lot of bad guys. And in this movie, he was just like nothing.
I'm still trying to say is like, just because you want to plug those holes with like a little bit of like glues here and there, it doesn't make it a better thing. Like, you still see, like, I feel like it was haphazard. Like, let me know if you agree with me.
Yes,
Like, 'cause,
also-
like, it had no true storyline.
Yes,
They're
also,
just getting parts from here and there and just trying to make a big thing.
yes, it basically should have, it was basically season 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Exactly. It would have been better
Yeah,
with
Bucky was
a
even there.
limited series like they did.
They should have just
before.
made this season 2.
Yeah.
Or they could have done it like an anime kind of way.
No, they could have been a season 2. It wasn't that much like big special effects besides the Hulk. That's it.
Wait,
Yeah.
but how many times Bucky showed up? Only once.
I mean, they could have
Could've
introduced
added
him
in
more.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Bucky
he
was
should have
in
been there more.
Yes, where was he? He just came to give him the
If he's
big speech, and then he
if
walked
he's
away.
a senator, where the hell is he in the White House
Yes,
when it's getting
he's
destroyed?
getting his campaign.
I have another question.
Yeah.
If the presidents are locked up and everything, don't they have to have another president?
Yes, this vice president takes over.
Yes,
Who is
Yeah.
it?
yes.
Who cares? They didn't even talk about
Yes.
that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not important.
Right.
They should add Bucky to the movie.
Yes, they should have. You know.
Well-
he could have actually beat
It
Red
tells
Hulk.
you the president is Red Hulk. It's like telling us the true timeline. Like, we don't know what's our future holds. I'm sorry,
Well-
it's an adult.
I'm sorry, but I'd rather have the Red Hulk as the president than Trump. Okay.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Yes.
what I'm trying to say is, Falcon Cap does not have any good villains, so they have to like basically grab storylines from different movies to try to make him relevant.
More like grab storylines from Hulk's
Uh,
stuff.
I have
Right.
another thing. Like, I want to say, I felt like Torres kind of stole the light from him. I would say like he was
He was funny.
more
Yeah.
he grabbed the attention more than the Falcon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, then again, Anthony Mackie always need like some like feed off of somebody.
Anthony Mackie is the funny best friend.
Yes,
He's not a
The
lead
lead.
character guy.
but they want to push him for
They
lead.
push him, you know. I mean, I don't fault him for that, you know.
Yeah, but I felt like
He just doesn't have that
charisma.
oomph,
But Torres was good.
you know. Yeah, he was good. He's funny.
Mission,
the-
not dying.
The
Yeah.
the fake Black Widow lady,
Oh God. Okay, so
diminutive lady.
okay, what's her deal? Like, is
She looks weird.
is she really short? Like, I don't want to make fun of anybody, but is she really short? Like, I should have looked her up in IMDb. And
By the way, she's also a Hulk character.
Oh,
she is.
Yes, her superhero name is called Sabra.
What does she do?
She is an Israeli super soldier.
Oh,
But because of protesting against Palestine and all this, like,
political issues. They cannot. do
they
anything.
downplay that whole thing.
I still think they should have gave Falcon the super soldier serum.
Well, he doesn't have it in the books.
Yes.
What it should have been, like how the books are, it should have been Bucky becomes Captain America, which
keep
he is
Falcon
a
as
cool Captain America because he's a Captain America with a gun.
Like
Okay?
For a hand.
No, not for. Oh man, that would have been cool.
yeah, because he has a vibranium
Doesn't he have a
hand.
hand with the gun?
Right. So after a while, then Bucky gives it to
Falcon,
Falcon.
and he runs.
That
for
should have been the
Congress.
movie right there.
Yes.
That could have been like the show also. The show makes Bucky
I
the
still don't
Bucky
know
the
why
captain.
Captain Cap would give it to not his best friend.
You
but
know
to-
why they pushed
Falcon.
Falcon, right?
It was the time.
Right. Yeah. Anyhow,
Still, Bucky deserved it more. He knew Bucky longer than Falcon.
Yes,
exactly. That is another thing.
But-
But Bucky is a mass murderer. By the way, why?
That cannot also be a
Why
hero.
did he become a senator if he's a mass murderer?
Exactly. You see, like also they talk about, they kind of show like why Falcon was given the thing because of Captain America. He's a righteous person. He's gonna give it to somebody who has the right set of mind, not like any kind of criminal records with him. Bucky did kill Iron Man's parents. Bucky did kill other people,
Right.
but
By the way,
Falcon is truly like what you call those, like patriot
right.
guy. That's why he's
Speaking of
been given.
which, now
Where is Patriot?
they introduced they reshowed the first Captain America, the black Captain America, right? And then they gave him a whole mind manipulating thing, right? Which is kind of like the Denzel movie Manchurian Candidate. I don't know if you saw that movie.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I did.
It's the exact same plot.
But isn't it something also like what they did to
Bucky.
Bucky?
So this is why it should have been a Bucky and Falcon
And
movie.
he should have been like, oh, I know what tactic
And-
that's happening.
And it should have been Zemo and the leader working together.
But Zemo is caught.
yeah, in the
and-
raft, isn't he?
Yeah, but you can get out of the raft.
People.
No, I thought
escaped
he
the
was
raft.
in Wakanda. They caught
No,
him.
I think they put him to the raft.
Okay.
People
Yeah, but
always
that would have
escape
been
the
even
raft.
cooler, like bringing Zemo to the play.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
I said-
Bucky and Falcon teams up. While
Like I said, I
Zemo and
feel-
the
I
leader
feel-
fills up and with like mind manipulation.
I feel like
kind of thing.
okay, the first season of Falcon and Winter Soldier was good. Okay. And then they're like, you know what? Maybe we could spin this off into a movie instead.
Yeah, but
But it didn't pan out.
No, it did not.
Okay. Because they're also doing Thunderbolts, which is also counts as Winter Soldier and Bucky. You know.
I feel like in
Sequel, too.
In there, he would have more. He got more screen time on that one than.
Right. But again, they also messed that up because Thunderbolts are supposed to be like named after Thunderbolts Ross.
Oh wow!
You know, they're a government sponsored team.
Bucky and
There's two
Falcon-
Thunderbolts. There's the bad one and the good one.
Bucky and Falcon should have teamed up to fight Hulk.
Red Hulk.
I mean, Bucky would have been interesting. He has like superhuman strength. You know,
It was that a vibranium arm.
this would have been oh, they should have had Abomination get freed and help. Also, that would have been good because he
Yeah.
turned good now.
In the background, they could have shown someone getting a piece of adamantium.
They could have introduced Doc Samson. Remember? You don't know if you remember Doc Samson. He was the doctor that helped Hulk turn into Professor Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He also had powers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What about Scar?
it's a little too much.
Star
A
was
little too
introduced
much.
there.
Yeah. But yeah.
A-bomb.
How about how they totally messed up Serpent Society?
Oh, that was
It's
sad.
supposed to be.
That was-
There's one character from there. Actually.
That was like
They're supposed to be snake-ish.
they're not a bunch of regular dudes. Okay.
Oh, we have little knives that look like fangs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was basically in the comics, right? There was a bunch of like
real snakes.
there's a bunch of snake themed villains, right? And throughout Marvel Universe, they always got like beat up here and there in different episodes of the books. And then they finally said, you know what? We should all just team up as one group. And, they set up actually a union, all right? This was actually pretty ahead of its time. So they all get paid by a special guy, Roxxon Corporation.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And, they have like healthcare and everything. You know? If one of them gets captured, they always go and actually help them get escaped and everything. So
Basically, Mission Impossible.
it was like a corporate supervillain team. So whenever like a bad guy wanted somebody like hire some minions, they contact this company, Serpent Society. I need some guys, you know.
Yeah, but
Heart goon.
what if the company gets like destroyed because they superheroes find out what the company is?
They can never get destroyed. There's
Oh.
always different like areas all over the place.
So why doesn't like a team just focus on destroying that company?
They can't. There's so many different underground things.
Oh my god. I'm sure they
If
can.
one guy survives, they're gonna continue the company. Plus, those are like Steve Rogers villains. All of them are Steve Rogers villains.
And Steve Rogers isn't here.
In fact, they shot this whole movie already.
Because
Okay?
Falcon
In
is
fact-
mixed with Captain America.
In fact, there was a whole subplot. The whole Serpent Society was actually the main focus of the movie. Okay? There was a wrestler guy, a famous wrestler, that was casted as one of the villains. He was dressed like a snake. There was a girl called Diamondback, who is actually Steve Rogers' girlfriend. But she became Falcon's girlfriend in the movie. That's a whole subplot that they erased. They shot the movie, erased all these scenes. Okay? You see her for like 5 seconds when she's like holding one of the guys hostage. Is it a lady? Remember you saw a lady as one of the guys?
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. So that actress, her whole storyline got cut. Okay? And when they showed the movie to people a year ago, they said, no, we got to reshoot this whole movie. Because now we have Harrison Ford. We hired Harrison Ford, we might as well make him Red Hulk. You know?
Wow.
I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago, last year actually, they had the Brave New World toys released at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Remember when we went to a vacation, we saw all these like toys at McDonald's? And the movie wasn't even out. A year later.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be released then.
But there was a girl with like, I think she looked like a Gambit lady, you know, with like the sparkling cards or something.
Maybe that was Diamondback. But
That's sad. I think it was.
yeah. Could you imagine that actress was like, oh, I got a job in a Marvel movie. I'm like, the love interest.
Yeah.
Sorry, we decided to go a different direction.
Wow.
You know, we're gonna put this little diminutive lady ahead of you.
Yeah, and that lady probably would have been in more movies also.
Right. But I don't know. It felt like there was a lot of good ideas in the movie. It just wasn't focused enough.
No.
You know, they should just stick to one idea. And by the way, they also had the leader look different originally. They shot the whole movie with the leader with the original look with the big head.
Yeah.
And they even released Funko toys ahead of time with the big head.
And
They changed it when the movie came out. Did you see like that grotesque thing that they showed?
yes, I did.
That looks horrible. He looks like a cancer patient.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not how the leader looks.
Okay.
It kind of looks like MODOK, but without the short hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, they kind of ruined that movie.
Yeah. I'm sure the first one, original thing would be better.
And you know what would have been good? If they had old Steve Rogers meet the original black Captain America, and they would like...
Shake hands.
They
They
should...
should do like a
they
old
shoulda
Captain
had-
America team up.
Right, at the end. Also, maybe they should have had the brainwashing thing happen to Cap. Old Cap.
That's sad. That's not good.
Bring back Steve Rogers.
Then you could have had old Steve fight Cap, the new Cap. Oh, that would have been awesome. You know that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They should have been lost new Cap, not old Cap.
They can't brainwash
No.
the new Cap.
No.
Why?
It would have been funny. You know why they didn't do that? Because, you know, old Steve Rogers would probably destroy Falcon.
No,
Oh
he
my
would.
God, he would.
He'd
He
be
would.
like walking with the cane. This is my sword.
Dude.
He's gonna say, I can.
This
do
guy
all
got
day."
beat up by Ant-Man.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is the guy who got beat up by Ant-Man.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's
He
embarrassing.
probably would have taken his own shield and like start attacking with that.
Okay?
Okay.
You do know.
Kang got defeated by Ant-Man. That's why they got rid of Kang now.
Ant-Man is pretty bad.
Ant-Man is
You do know that Spider-Man beat Falcon and Bucky at the same time.
Oh, that was also...
Yep.
And how did
But Spider-Man got superpowers. He's super strong.
How did Falcon?
Bucky has his arm.
Still, he's not as strong as Spidey. Spidey caught his arm. You forgot?
Then again, how did Falcon beat a whole Hulk then?
That was unbelievable.
If a little kid can beat him, how did he beat a Hulk?
Well, bring back Steve Rogers, okay? I can do this all day.
Yeah, what was Falcon's catchphrase?
I don't know, nothing.
You
Don't
should have
die,
did. They should have did a
That
joke.
one.
They should have did a joke where he's like, "Oh God, I can't do this all day."
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, that would have been funny.
That would have
And
been-
Captain
Like, when he's
America
fighting
also
the
says
Hulk.
one more thing. Language, please.
No, this is America's ass.
Oh my god. You're not supposed to say that.
Oh yeah, some guy didn't like when I said the word.
You're not
A.
supposed to say that. $, two of them.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
maybe that person who complained, in the reviews about language, maybe you should check your kids in school. They probably say worse.
yeah.
Okay? All right?
That person is Delulu.
Delulu.
Oh my god.
Delulu. Anyhow, by the way, kids, I want you to grade this movie.
I give it
3.25 thumbs up.
3.25. Okay.
So what is it? Just like this?
I don't know. What about you? 2.5?
I do 2.
How about you, Grandma?
Hey.
Who's your grandma?
You.
I am a very good-looking grandma, but I would give it 2. I did not like it.
2 out of
But
5?
then again, yes, because
5?
I have a heart for Steve Rogers.
2 out of 4, right?
I'm always going to be biased.
By the way, I would say the only good scenes in this whole movie was the Red Hulk scene,
Obviously.
and when he's flying against the jet fighters.
Well, that's where the money is. Nowhere else is.
Besides that, nothing else was good.
Nope.
Yeah.
Even the fight scenes look lame. Like when he's fighting,
No.
it doesn't look fluid.
No.
He doesn't have that, magnetism.
You saying and then magnetism.
Yeah. Who would have been good?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyhow, let's just say I'm also going to give this a 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Out of all the Captain America movies, this is below.
Yes.
Out of all the Marvel movies, it's not as bad as the
I
Marvels.
also fell asleep in between, so
Not as bad as the Marvels.
okay.
What about
I
Eternals?
fell asleep in the beginning.
Actually, I would say Eternals is worse.
No, nothing can beat Eternals. They are eternally flopped.
Yes.
Get it?
By the way, you use the worst Marvel movie as your storyline in this movie.
Exactly.
No, you should know that
Just
would have
using
gone
that
to
makes
drain.
you go down.
Yes.
They should have brought back
Nobody talks about Celestial Island. All of a sudden in this movie, I was like, okay, let's wake up. What's going on?
Celestial Island was like maybe mentioned once in a news article in the background of one movie. But Marvel, try to do better. Okay? Because DC is on your butt and they're gonna
Take over.
try to take over.
All your people.
With Mr. Corn Sweat.
I
Corn?
have one
No,
question.
not even corn sweat. It's just crypto.
If in Celestial, when the Celestial came out of the Earth, there was ice there, right?
No, it wasn't ice, it was stone.
There was ice everywhere.
Apparently that's
No,
what
it's
adamantium-
stone. Adamantium is like white.
No, when the Celestial was coming out,
It's rocks.
then why do they have ships going there?
Oh.
The ships are going there to mine the
That
adamantium.
Why not have planes?
Why
would you? How are you gonna even land on that? It's all jagged. It's a giant hand. How you gonna land on that like this? It looks like
Go with the
this.
ship. Do you not know,
If everyone's coming on ships, if you were smart, you go on for a plane, drop
how are
people.
you gonna get it out?
You need to bring the ship to bring the machinery onto the land, mine the machine,
Put it in the ship
world,
and
carry it back onto the ship.
how are you gonna carry it in a plane with all that machinery?
So take it.
Okay, you're
I'm not done. Take the device onto the island, use your rope, bind it, and bring it up.
No, that's not gonna work. They also got to go there, set up a camp, and drilling, and everything. So a lot of machinery you got to put in there. Okay,
Okay.
it's not gonna be easy. All right.
Okay.
By the way, in the comics, adamantium was never a celestial.
They couldn't think of any other way to add it in.
It was a piece of meteorite that fell to Earth, or something like that. Or maybe the meteorite was a piece of the celestial. Who knows?
Exactly.
But the end credit scene. What do you thought?
It's fine.
You have no validity because you gave this movie 2.5. Like I don't know.
No, a quarter, 3 1/4. I
3
think.
1/4. So I don't know where your judgments are. So you just null and void.
I'll say it's not the worst Marvel movie. Okay.
And the best.
I mean, it's no matter Web. Okay. All right.
That one's in the negatives.
All right.
At least I didn't give it a thumbs down like a turtle.
In fact, I think I like Craven better.
Craven was better because maybe the dude was a little good looking to me. But anyhow, I cannot say this here, but that I will leave it for our Geeky Dad After Dark. But yes, definitely. No, fight sequence were even better in Craven.
Well,
He
I
was
mean,
walking on all fours.
Craven would have been a better villain for Black Panther.
Yeah.
He is a Black
Yeah,
Panther
like why
villain.
giving a hunter to a spider?
You know.
People hunt panthers more than
And
spiders.
I heard that originally that was supposed to be one of the villains, but they decided to change their mind. But whatever.
We'll see what brings up the next one.
The next Marvel movie that's coming out soon that we're gonna watch is Thunderbolts. I heard it's a lot better than this movie.
Not from the
I'll
cats.
just watch it for the Red Guardian. I think he's funny.
You like Red Guardian? You don't
I
like
like
You don't like Bucky?
I like Bucky and Red Guardian is two different.
Bucky
things.
looks very sickly in
Okay,
this
I'm
trailer.
Bucky, Yelena,
Bucky-
and Red
Bucky
Guardian.
got-
Yelena, you don't like Yelena?
I do, but I like Red Guardian because he's funny.
He's a goofball.
Yes.
No one cares about U.S. Agent.
No, nobody cares about
No,
her.
nobody.
I heard he's pretty funny in the movie though.
Okay, we'll see. Let's see.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
U.S.
isn't there,
Agent should have been in this.
Isn't there like one more
Huh?
character in Thunderbolts?
Shouldn't U.S. Agent been in this?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
I don't know. What?
Anyhow,
Okay. Anyhow, that's it for this episode. What did we say at the end of every episode?
Please hit the bell, subscribe, and like. I just said it. Bye.
Right. And Avengers,
Don't disassemble.
hopefully you assemble soon. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Assemble
Bye.
now.
All right.